YouTube creators and subscribers, I just wanted to thank you all for tuning into my video. Today we're going to be going through the Proterozoic Eon. This is a geological time period of Earth, and it saw the rise of large amounts of free oxygen and some single-celled life forms. So without further ado, let's go ahead and begin. So the Proterozoic Era starts with oxygen, starts appearing in the Earth's atmosphere. It ends right before proliferation of complex life such as trilobites or corals. It is the longest eon of Earth's geologic timescale and is subdivided into 3 geological eras. Several glaciations took place during this time. It's marked by rocks that contain fossils indicating the first appearance of eukaryotic organisms such as algae. Many of the most exciting events in the history of Earth and of life occurred during the Proterozoic Era, and stable continents first appeared in this time period. Proterozoic record. The first pollution crisis hit the Earth. Large levels of oxygen rose due to the large amounts of cyanobacteria. Fairly rapid increase in levels of oxygen in the atmosphere at that time, and organisms had to evolve biochemically through methods for rendering oxygen harmless, i.e. oxidative respiration. First definitive supercontinent cycles show up in this time period, and wholly modern mountain building activity begins. Features many strata that were laid down in extensive shallow epic continental seas. So Proterozoic fossil localities. Bitter Springs Formation is the oldest known eukaryotic fossils come from this late Proterozoic dolomite in central Australia. I do believe this should be corresponding to that fossil. Ediacaran Hills fossils from some of the oldest known animals were discovered at the Australian locality in 1946. Mistaken Point, Newfoundland, a mysterious fossil from the coast of Newfoundland. Should be this fossil right here. The Nofa Range, the oldest sedimentary rocks in the Southern California region, are 1.5 billion years old. Younger deposits are rich in stromatolites. And the White Sea, location on the northern coast of Russia. This has been a site of activity research by the UCMP into the Vendian fauna. That's a type of plant in that region. Okay, subduction processes. Very tectonically active period in Earth. So there was a lot of earthquakes, a lot of movement with the land, creating land shifts, cracks, mountain ranges, among other things. Okay, there's increasing crustal recycling. So the crust of the Earth was being recycled and turning back into land masses. The creation of ecologites, and it should be this rock right here. And long-term tectonic stability of those cratons is why we find continental crust ranging up to a few billion years in age. 43% of the modern continental crust was formed in the Proterozoic Era. So 43% of our modern day Earth and its surface that we live on was created during this time. A dominant supercontinent was Rodinia. And you can see Rodinia and its formation here. So there is few land masses very close together. At one point they were all one large landmass, I assume, and then they started getting separated due to the tectonic activity. But this is Rodinia right there. Very ancient continent. So supercontinent Rodinia consists of a series of continents attached to a central craton that forms the core of the North American continent called Rodinia. A mountain building process started in Grenville, Oregon. Rodinia formed after the breakup of the supercontinent Columbia and prior to the assemblage of the supercontinent Gondwana. And as you can see, the depiction of these cratons are pictured here. So life on Earth at that moment, eukaryotes were very popular, living at that time. Multicellular life forms did exist, and we got the different life forms here, and we'll go through that. Stromatolites reached their greatest abundance and diversity during the Proterozoic Era. Okay, you had fungi that started to develop. Archaeopteryx, which I probably am pronouncing that incorrectly, and the benthic organisms capable of anastomosis. It's probably a form of eating or breathing, or maybe even reproduction. I didn't really look too much into the definition of that word itself. So the life forms that existed in that time were very small shrimp, ocean bottom feeders, some type of ocean snails, and then ocean worms. So it's getting more complicated in the life forms in this era. So that is everything contained. If you'd like to know more, I'll provide the links in the description of the video. This will contain the sources, the actual references that I used for this PowerPoint program. So I want to thank you all again for tuning in. If you enjoyed what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. And you have a good afternoon or evening.